Hello there, friends. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk. I'm your host, Josh Bell, and today we're diving into a true classic, the 1988 action-packed thriller, Die Hard. In this iconic film, New York cop John McClane, played by Bruce Willis, finds himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's visiting his estranged wife in Los Angeles on Christmas Eve when a group of terrorists take over Nakatomi Plaza. What follows is a heart-pounding battle for survival where McClane must outsmart the terrorists and save the hostages. Die Hard redefined the action genre, and we're going to explore what makes it a timeless favorite while also discussing some of its criticisms. So let's get ready to experience the excitement and tension of Die Hard in this episode of Real Talk. Let's start with a full plot summary. Die Hard is a thrilling action film that follows the story of NYPD officer John McClane. McClane arrives in Los Angeles on Christmas Eve to visit his estranged wife, Holly Gennaro, played by Bonnie Bedelia, who works at Nakatomi Plaza. The plaza is hosting a grand Christmas party, and John hopes to reconcile with Holly. However, the festive mood takes a dark turn when a group of terrorists, led by Hans Gruber, portrayed by the amazing Alan Rickman, seizes control of Nakatomi Plaza. Their goal is to steal $640 million in bonds from the building's vault. As the terrorists begin taking hostages, John McClane, who is in a different part of the building, manages to escape their notice and becomes the only hope for the hostages and his wife. As McClane works to thwart the terrorists and rescue the hostages, he engages in a series of intense confrontations and cat-and-mouse games. He uses his NYPD training and resourcefulness to stay one step ahead of the terrorists, all while communicating with LAPD officer Al Powell, portrayed by the hilarious Reginald Vell Johnson, who is his only ally on the outside. The film escalates into a high-stakes battle between McClane and Gruber, culminating in an iconic rooftop confrontation. McClane's determination and quick thinking are put to the test as he races against time to stop the terrorists and save his wife. Die Hard is a showcase in action film aesthetics. Director John McTiernan's vision and cinematography by Jan de Bont play a crucial role in setting the tone. Despite the majority of the film taking place within the confines of Nakatomi Plaza, the visuals are far from claustrophobic. The use of lighting, especially the building's dimly lit corridors and ventilation shafts, adds to the suspense. The contrasting red and green lights during key moments, such as when John McClane encounters the terrorists, creates a visually striking and tension-filled atmosphere. The action sequences in Die Hard are a standout feature. McTiernan's direction keeps the audiences on the edge of their seats, and the practical effects add authenticity to the explosions and stunts. The famous firefight in the atrium, the rooftop showdown, and the explosive finale are all brilliantly choreographed and shot. The editing by Frank J. Urasati and John F. Link is top-notch. The pacing of the film keeps the adrenaline pumping, and the use of close-ups during intense moments magnifies the viewer's connection with John McClane. The score of Die Hard is an important component of the film's success. Michael Kamen, the composer, crafted a score that beautifully complements the action and intensity of the movie. It's a testament to how well-executed score can enhance the experience in the cinema. One of the best aspects of the score is the use of Beethoven's Ode to Joy. This classical masterpiece is seamlessly woven into the fabric of the film, creating an intriguing juxtaposition with the intense action taking place on screen. The presence of Ode to Joy during key moments, such as when John McClane faces off against the terrorists, is a stroke of genius. It adds a layer of irony to the film, as this joyful and celebratory piece serves as the backdrop to moments of danger and conflict. Kamen's original compositions for the film are equally impressive. He weaves traditional orchestral music with more contemporary elements. The use of brass and percussion in particular amplifies the tension and excitement during action sequences. The musical themes in the score are thoughtfully developed and help to underscore the character or dynamics and emotional arcs. McClane's theme in particular conveys his determination and heroism. The score is an amazing blend of classical and original compositions, not only enhancing the action and suspense, but adding depth to the characters and themes of the film. Die Hard isn't just about explosions and epic shootouts. It's a film with deeper themes that give it substance and resonance. One of the primary themes explored in the movie is heroism. The character of John McClane is the embodiment of heroism. He's an ordinary cop caught in an extraordinary situation. McClane's courage, resourcefulness, and determination in the face of overwhelming odds make him a hero we can root for. He's the quintessential underdog who rises to the occasion, and this theme of heroism is central to the film's appeal. Another significant theme in Die Hard is sacrifice. McClane is willing to risk his life to save the hostages, including his estranged wife Holly. This willingness to sacrifice himself for the greater good adds depth to his character and resonates with the audience. The importance of family is yet another thematic thread in the film. McClane's visit to Los Angeles on Christmas Eve is an attempt to reconcile with his wife. The crisis at Nakatomi Plaza forces them to confront their issues and ultimately brings them closer. This theme of family reconciliation and importance of relationships is a heartwarming aspect to the film. As we explore these themes, it becomes clear that Die Hard is more than just your run-of-the-mill action movie. It's a story of heroism, sacrifice, and the power of fit relationships, all wrapped up in an adrenaline-fueled package of high-rise hostage situations. The success of Die Hard owes a great deal to the exceptional cast and crew who worked on this film to create it and mold it into such a masterpiece. Let's start with the cast. First, Bruce Willis takes on the role of John McClane. His performance is iconic, and he convincingly portrays McClane's wit, determination, and vulnerability, making him one of the most memorable action heroes in film history. Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber delivers a standout performance as the film's cunning and charismatic antagonist. His portrayal adds depth to the character, making Gruber a formidable foe for McClane. Bali Bendelia portrays Holly Gennaro, McClane's wife. Her character adds an essential layer of emotion to the film as we witness the reconciliation between her and McClane. Reginald VelJohnson is LAPD officer Al Powell, the voice of reason and McClane's only ally on the outside. VelJohnson's portrayal adds a sense of humanity and connection to the film. The film also features a talented supporting cast, including William Atherton, Paul Gleason, and Hart Bochner, who all contribute to the overall success of Die Hard. Now, shifting our focus to the crew behind the scenes, John McTiernan's vision as director and his execution are critical to the film's intensity and pacing. His ability to create tension and suspense within the confined space of Nakatomi Plaza is pretty remarkable. Jan de Bont's cinematography is a standout element, capturing both the action and emotional moments with finesse. And as I mentioned before, Frank Ghirasati and John Link's editing keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. Last but certainly not least, the film score, as we discussed earlier, composed by Michael Kamen, adds another layer of excellence to the film. Die Hard boasts an outstanding cast and crew of dedicated professionals who collectively created a cinematic gem that has left an indelible mark on the action genre. While Die Hard has become quite a classic of the action genre, it's not without its criticisms. It has a dedicated fan base, of which I am a member, and it is celebrated for its approach to action storytelling. There are some aspects that have drawn criticism over the year. One common critique is the portrayal of certain characters. While John McClane is hailed as a charismatic and relatable hero, Some have argued that the supporting characters, particularly the terrorists, lack depth and are more one-dimensional. They are seen by some as generic villains with little exploration of their motivations beyond the heist itself. The lack of character development can lead to a sense of predictability in the story. Another point of contention revolves around the film's violence. Die Hard is known for its intense and often brutal action sequences, which are part of what makes it stand out in the genre. However, for some viewers, the level of violence may be excessive, leading to discomfort or even desensitization to the consequences of such actions. This aspect of the film has generated discussions about the role of violence in cinema and its impact on audiences. And then there are critiques regarding the film's portrayal of law enforcement. While McClane is depicted as a rogue cop taking matters into his own hands, some argue that the film may inadvertently glorify vigilantism. The portrayal of a lone hero who operates outside the law can be a point of contention, as it deviates from the typical portrayal of law enforcement in film. While Die Hard has its share of criticisms, it's important to remember that it remains a beloved and influential movie in the action genre. Its shortcomings, while noteworthy, don't diminish the film's impact on the world of cinema and its enduring popularity among audiences. And now let's dive into some trivia about the film. Did you know that Die Hard is based on the 1979 novel Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe? The book was actually a sequel to another novel, The Detective, which was adapted into a film starring Frank Sinatra. Initially, Sinatra had a contract clause giving him the right to reprise his role if a sequel was made. But by the time Die Hard was produced, he was deemed too old for the part. During the production of Die Hard, the filmmakers decided to drop Alan Rickman onto an airbag 25 feet below slightly earlier than he was expecting. This is why his reaction of surprise and fear when he falls from the Nakatomi Plaza is so genuine. He wasn't informed of the exact timing. In the film, John McClane famously wears a white shirt throughout most of the story. This simple wardrobe choice led to a nickname, the Man in the White Vest, for McClane in some countries, underscoring the character's iconic status. The catchphrase, "Yippee-ki-yay, I'll let you finish it," has become synonymous with the Die Hard franchise. Bruce Willis ad-libbed this line during filming. It's now one of the most recognizable and oft-quoted lines in cinema history. Die Hard is set during a Christmas party at Nakatomi Plaza, making it a popular choice for holiday viewing. However, the film's Christmas theme was actually downplayed in marketing because the studio was concerned it would limit its audience to a seasonal release. Ironically, it's now considered one of the classic Christmas movies. So there you have it, some interesting trivia tidbits about Die Hard to add depth to this iconic film. It's always fascinating to learn the behind-the-scenes stories that contribute to the magic of cinema. And that, my fellow cinephiles, wraps up another exciting episode of Real Talk. We've dissected the timeless classic Die Hard and explored its aesthetics, score, thematic elements, the talented cast and crew, and some fascinating trivia. I must say, Die Hard has truly earned its place in the pantheon of action films with its incredible cast, brilliant crew, and thematic depth. For all its thrilling explosions and intense moments, it's a movie that's much more than it appears to be on the surface. I'm giving Die Hard a solid 8 out of 10. It's a true cinematic gem and a holiday classic that continues to captivate audiences year after year. And as we conclude our episode on Die Hard, we can't ignore the long-standing debate that surrounds this film. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? It's a question that sparks passionate discussions among movie enthusiasts year after year. Die Hard is unmistakably set during Christmas at a party at Nakatomi Plaza, complete with decorations, festive music, and even a few Santa hats. These Christmas-related elements make a strong case for it being a Christmas movie. On the flip side, Die Hard is renowned for its high-octane action, intense moments, and the iconic character of John McClane, who's the epitome of an action hero. Some argue that its action-oriented plot overshadows any Christmas themes. Ultimately, the die-hard Christmas movie debate often comes down to a personal interpretation. It's a film that uniquely combines action and holiday elements, leaving it up to the viewers to decide where it falls on the Christmas movie spectrum. I will tell you that to me, it is absolutely a Christmas movie. So we'd love to hear from you, our listeners. What's your take? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie in your book? And before we wrap up, remember that you can reach out to us at realrealtalk@gmail.com. That's therealrealtalk@gmail.com. On Twitter at realrealtalkpod, and on Instagram and TikTok at realrealtalk. We love hearing your thoughts, feedback, and suggestions. And don't forget, we'll be finishing up our Christmas series with a review of Trading Places. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for joining us here on Real Real Talk. Until then, keep watching, keep loving, and keep those reels rolling.